Just take a moment to acknowledge yourself. And first and foremost, we must take care of ourselves before we can take care of others. So this practice is just self-care. And I hope it brings you joy and maybe a little laughter. Try not to take it oh so seriously, but rather have a little bit of fun, smile. And we'll start by breathing in for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep breathing. Big breaths for the count of 4 and exhaling out for the count of 4. With your hand on your chest, see if you can feel the movement of your breath. We cannot breathe in the past. We cannot breathe in the future. All we can do is breathe right now, in this moment. Just acknowledge that you're breathing. Be really focused on that for just a couple more breaths here. And now let's open our eyes. Keep one hand on your chest, and you can feel like where your collarbone is. Just press your hand into that, and we're going to lift up and straighten out the front of our throat. So lift the head higher and see if you can get a stretch in the very front of your throat. This is just cleaning out all those wrinkles we get in our neck, just kind of straightening them out, right? If only it was that easy, you just pulled it out and it went away, right? And now lean your head over to the right shoulder. And then bring your head back up through center, lean over to the left shoulder. And now back through center. Now take your index and middle finger, these two fingers, and we're going to tap right here on your collarbone. So we'll do a couple of these tapping, and you want to try to do it at the rhythm of your heartbeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now you all know how to do CPR. Roll out your shoulders. Now the tapping just it kind of wakes up the glands in the throat. Roll over those shoulders, bring them all the way up, back, and down, and just move in a way that feels good to you this morning. Keep losing Diane. She keeps coming in and out. She must have bad internet connection. Good. Now let's take our right arm out to the right side. Reach out with your right fingertips. Then bend the arm, make cactus arms. So you want to probably turn your palm in and pull back that elbow and look over your left shoulder. And now bring your head back to neutral. Reach up with the right arm, all the way up as high as you can go. And now take your right hand to your left side of your head and then lean over towards the right. Left shoulder soft. Keep breathing. And now we'll release the hand from the head and draw big circles with the right arm in the air. Big old circles. Now take your right hand over here to your left knee and turn towards the left side of the room for the twist. Left shoulder goes back, right shoulder comes forward. You can use the back of your chair to hold on to encourage yourself to turn. Inhale, lift up the crown of your head, and exhale, deepen your twist. Now come back through center, sit tall, and extend out your left hand. Spread out your fingers, just kind of pull the shoulder away from your torso. Bend the elbow, make your cactus arms, and then bring that elbow behind you and look over to the right. And come back through center, straighten your left arm to the ceiling, reach up, and then bend the elbow once more and place the left hand on your right side of your head. Soften right shoulder, lean your ear to the left. Release your hand and draw a big old circle in the air. One more time around. And then bring your left hand to your right knee, right shoulder back, and look over to the right side of your room. Use your right hand to encourage your chest to kind of keep rotating towards the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen your twist. Very good. Come back through center. Reach both arms out. Stretch out and maybe pull your elbows and your hands behind you. Lift up your head. Then inhale, turn your palms up. Reach up to the sky with both arms. Bend your elbows and clasp your hands, basket weave your fingers. Place it behind your head. Elbows go out. Tuck your chin in and bring your elbows towards your nose. Stretch out the back of your neck. And gaze down towards your belly button. Now inhale, lift up. And now we're just going to take some gentle twists from side to side. And if you have high blood pressure, you may want to put your hands on your hips as opposed to up above your head. So always know that that's an option for you. You can bring your hands to your hips anytime the hands go above the heart. It doesn't make you feel good, we don't do it. As a general rule, it should feel good in your body. It may feel like a stretch, but it should never be sharp shooting pain. Never pain that you're like, ooh, that's your body's way of telling you not to do it. All right, come back through center, nice and slow. Re-extend those arms up. Exhale the arms down. Take them behind you. Roll the shoulders back, push your chest and heart forward, lift your chin, lengthen your neck, and breathe. Squeeze your shoulder blades. So the back of your shoulders are kind of squeezing in towards the spine. Two more breaths here. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Exhale out. Round and bring your hands to your knees and hollow out your belly. Cow pose. Inhale, heart comes forward, shoulders come back. And then round cat. Inhale, chest forward, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, tuck your chin in and back. You can move through these at your own pace. If you want to try some Ujjayi breathing this morning, go for it. Just a reminder that you breathe just in and out of your nose. Sounds like Darth Vader or ocean waves. That's how they categorize the sound of your Ujjayi breathing. And it's almost as if you're trying to restrict the back of your throat, like you're breathing through a straw. As you push your belly forward and then hollow it out. Feel your abdominal muscles squeezing and then releasing. Let's do two more. These always warm me up pretty good. 1 and 2. Hold here with your hands on your knees. Press your feet into the ground. And then bend your elbows out to the side and bring your head forward. You're just leaning in that direction. Now take your left arm out to the left side and look at the left palm. Now bring it up and see if you can lift up just a couple inches. This is going to feel good on your back. Left hand comes back down. Reach your right arm out to the right side and then reach the right arm up. Lower. It doesn't have to go straight up, just out to the side and then slightly up and back down. Side to side. You may feel this in your low back. Two more on each side. Here's the left. Here's the right. And the left. And the right side. And now pause here. Slide your hands down your shins and look in between your knees. Look down. Ooh, feel the back, the muscles surrounding the spine. My shoes aren't in the picture because I'm wearing my house slippers. Ooh, it's cold this morning. All right, now we're going to slide our hands back to our knees. Roll the shoulders back. Push the head forward, so making your spine nice and long, and your neck is an extension of the spine. So push the head forward, shoulders back, and feel the hips, the tailbone pushing to the back of the chair. And now pressing your feet into the ground, lift your shoulders over your hips. Nice and slow. Now let's rest the arms for a moment. Lift up your right knee and hold that right knee into the chest. Lift your head up and see if you could arch your back and shoulders come down. And then lower that. We'll do the other side. Lift the left knee, give it a squeeze. Shoulders back, heads up. Exhale, lower that. Now sit to the edge of your chair so you can press both feet really firmly into the ground. Lift your right knee up and kick it out and point your right toes towards you. Then we're going to take it out to the right side and then back in. So out to the right and back in. Toes are pointing up. You can spread out your monkey toes too. Come back through center and lower the right leg. Sit back tall. Extend the left leg out, point your toes up. Kick it out a time or two. And then open the knee out slightly to the left and back. And just kind of windshield wiper from side to side with that left leg. And back to center, lower that down. Now we're going to lift up, spread your feet out wider, so come into a wide-legged stance, and lift that right knee up again, and then lower it. Lift your left knee up, lower it. Just going to take some big monster steps here, lifting the knees, lowering down. Lift high. Big steps. Where's your breath? Can you breathe while you're doing it? So this is basically just to kind of get our heart rate up a little bit so we can burn a little bit more calories. And when we get to these deep stretches in a minute, it'll feel good because your muscles are not cold. Well, they're probably still going to be cold. It's cold today. All right, let's do 2 more each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hold. Press both feet into the ground. Bring yourself back up to neutral. Knees pointing away from hips. And then we'll slide forward. Bend your elbows out to the side. Breathe out of your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Lean back, shoulders over hips. Lift your heels off the ground. Shoulders back. Balance on your tippy toes for just a second here. Take your arms out once you're on your toes. And then inhale, lower your heels and reach your arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, lift your heels, arms go out. Inhale, lower heels, palms touch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're trying to coordinate these efforts so they match. Mindfulness, aware of what our body's doing as it's doing it. 2 more. Hands to prayer. Catch your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Anchor your tailbone, your sit bones, and your feet down. And then bring your hands back to your knees and spin around your torso. Let's move our upper body. Go 2 more times around in this direction, and then we'll switch and unwind. Pause right there in the middle. And then just like that, you're going in the other direction. It doesn't have to be. Actually, I encourage you to go slower rather than fast. One more time around in this direction. And we'll pause in the center, trying to reestablish equanimity in our body so we're not spinning around, just lighten the shoulders. And now we're going to move into lifting the knee. We're going to take our right elbow, bend it out, and we're going to lift the right knee and tap it. Tap. And even if they don't touch, that's okay. Then we can start to get bigger, and you can kick out the leg. You can bring it off the ground. You can reach up. Or you can stay nice and low. So your option. Take it as big as you want, or go a little lighter today. Every day is a new day, so some days we can do things, some days it's not happening. 2 more. 1, 2. I felt that one. Let's reach up, re-extend all the way up to the sky. Before we move to the other side, let's take a wide-legged fold all the way down. Hold on to your knees or your ankles, or bring your fingertips to the floor if you're lucky enough to reach the floor. When you're ready, begin to slide your hands back up your legs. Roll the shoulders back, lift the head. Plant your right foot into the ground and we'll lift up the left knee. Left elbow comes out. So it's going to tap and extend. Tap or drop down. So you don't have to go very far. You could just do like this. If that's where you want to go, stay. Or you can take it out and in. Ooh, this one's a good one. Really feel that in my legs. 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Ooh, that's enough. Take your hands to both knees, lift up your head, lean forward. Breathe in and out of your nose. And then slide your hands down back to that wide-legged fold. Take your hands back to your knees. If they're not there already, lift up the chest, pull the shoulders back, and toe heel your feet in. And we're coming into our thunderbolt pose. So inner thighs can touch, big toes can touch, but if you have a low back problems, you might want them a little bit wider. The other option is to use things to place in between your knees. If you have a pillow nearby, that's also fun. Yoga blocks work, just kind of squeezing the knee so it gets that feeling of drawing in. And if you don't have anything nearby, just hug in like there was something there. And then we're going to lean into it. That squeeze in through the thighs. Hands come to prayer. And we're going to turn our body to the right. Back through center. Turn your body to the left. Now through center, Now we're going to jut out our arms in front of us into the full expression of this pose so you'll look like a lightning bolt. Reaching your arms out, straightness in the spine. And then we'll exhale our hands back and point your head forward. Inhale, back up to thunderbolt. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We'll hold this one. Squeeze your belly in. So I want you to feel this tightening of the low belly. And then exhale all the way down. Let your head relax. So you get dizzy, keep your head up. Sometimes I get dizzy if I fold over. And you can keep your head up. It'll help with that. Now we'll lift up halfway. Draw your shoulders back. Flat back. And then exhale, fold again. Rise up. As you rise up, go to the back of your sit bones and lift up both of your feet and point your arms to the sky. So pushing out through your heels, feet hovering or floating out in front of you. And we'll feel our abdominals here. You can really feel your core. If you don't, lift up more. Everything stretches out more if you need more. Bend your knees. And lower your arms down. Take your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder. Point your elbows out and away, and then round and tuck your chin towards your chest. Now inhale, lift both elbows, point them out. Lift your right knee. And you can cross at the knees or cross at the ankles, whichever one feels better. We're going into eagle pose. And then round and tuck your chin towards your chest and elbows point towards your knees. Inhale, lift up and lean back. Exhale, round. Inhale up. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Now release the hands down. Bring your left arm across your right knee and take your right arm up for this kind of thunderbolt twist. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach out, trying to grab something in the sky above you with your right hand. Release it down. Uncross your legs, shake them out. And we'll try the other side. Left arm will be on the bottom. And hold your shoulders. We'll lift up and around one time without our legs crossed. And then inhale up. Now cross your left leg over your right. And we'll round and tuck the chin towards the chest. Point elbows to the knees. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, forward. 5 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Release the arms. Right arm goes across the left leg. And then extend your left arm to the sky. Here's your twist. Come back through center. And kick out that leg. Relax both feet. Roll back your shoulders, sit tall, Tadasana pose. Nice breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, re-extend the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, lift your chest and heart. Inhale, re-extend up. Exhale, thunderbolt. All the way down to forward fold. Slide your hands up halfway to your shins. Exhale, fold. Press your feet into the ground as much as you can. Sweep your arms out, hug your belly in. Mountain pose. Hands to your heart center. Good. Let's move on to some standing posture. So come around to behind your chair. And we'll just stand nice and tall. Grab a sip of water if you need. And we'll position ourselves so that we're putting equal weight in both feet. We're not dominating on one side. I'll give you guys a second to get there. All right. So once you're there, I want you to step back with the right foot and then step back with the left foot. Push back through the hips and find your downward facing dog. So it's an intentional push back in the hips, away from your shoulders and the arms extending as far forward as they can. Bend your knees so that your belly comes closer to your thighs. And you feel the shoulder blades hugging into your rib cage. Very nice. Now look in the very middle, underneath your chair, so right in the middle, and you're going to look forward and step that right foot to the middle. Step back with your left leg. We're coming into a crescent lunge. So your lunge, your back heel's off the ground. You're holding onto the chair with your hands. And then straighten your right knee and then bend into it. Again, if you find any knee issues here, this might not feel great to you, so restrain from doing it too much. If you're like, this is so easy, come low. Everybody's different. You're welcome to lean into it and make bigger lunges. And we're just kind of feeling out that left hip flexor. Now pause. Make sure you've got yourself stable, and you're really probably feeling it in that back leg. Bring your shoulders over your hips and see if you can bring your arms up to your crescent warrior. Keep breathing. There's your balance. Hands come back to the chair. Step your feet together, Tadasana. Reground. Catch your breath. Bring your hands back to the chair. And we'll step back, left foot, right foot, back into that downward facing dog. Push your hips away from your shoulders. Bend your knees slightly. Enjoy this stretch. Now look where you want that left foot to go. So right in front of you, in the middle of the two legs of the chair. You're going to rise up and step your left foot forward, slide back your right foot, and you're going to have your right heel off the ground. If you're finding that this is too hard to balance, widen your stance. That always helps me. And then we'll do a little bit of those lunges. You can bend or you can stay stable, whichever one feels better to you. And you can get low, low, low. Just keep Keep in mind to protect your knees. One more. And then we'll steady ourselves, lean back, and try to bring the arms up overhead as we balance. Very nice. Take your hands back to the chair, and then step back into your downward facing dog. Lengthen out. All right. Lift your head up. We're coming into our high plank next. So hips come forward, shoulders push down into the wrist, and buttock squeezes in. And then exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up, squeeze in. Exhale, down dog. 2 more of these. These are so good for your shoulders. Inhale, rise up, head lifts. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Optional push up in the elbows. Straighten elbows. Push back downward facing dog. Good. Lift up your right leg behind you. We're coming into 3-legged dog. Move your right ankle around, balancing on the left foot. And now bring your knee to your nose for cheetah. And then exhale, kick it back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now step your right foot forward. Stretch out your left leg back into that crescent warrior. Go back into that lunge. Shoulders back. Take your left hand and hold onto the chair. Extend your right arm behind you. Option to take the right hand and put it in your left back pocket. And then third option is to take the left arm up. Woo, feel that one. Nice job, guys. Now spin around, your left toes point forward, right knee still pointing to the chair, warrior 2 legs. So bend into the left knee, knee over ankle or somewhere close to that. Try not to collapse your knee inwards, but point it straight ahead. This might be where you want to stay. You want to add on, come with us. We'll take the right arm to the chair, left arm over her head or behind her head, and push all the way down into that left heel. It's called extended side angle. Really getting into the hips. You should feel it right here in the inner thigh. All right, now re-extend the left arm out to the side, back to warrior 2. Now straighten your right knee. We're going to come into triangle. Right hand comes back to the chair. The left arm re-extends. Try to draw back your left shoulder so it doesn't come forward, but it opens up. Soft right knee, don't lock out any joints. Look at that, beautiful. Now, take your left hand back to the chair, spin your left heel up, and step back to your downward facing dog. So nice and slow. Once you get there, you can shake out your hips or stay still, whatever you need. We'll catch our breath and move to the other side. All right, right foot stays down, left leg extends back behind you. Move your left foot in space. So balancing on the right foot. Knee in towards your nose for cheetah. Push up your shoulder blades. Exhale, extend the leg out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend it out. One more. Inhale in. Exhale out. This one, look forward. Step your left foot towards the chair. Slide back your right foot. Find your crescent warrior again. Already been here. Again, drop into a lower squat if you can. Here we go. Take your right hand, hold the chair. Left arm, reach it back behind you. The option to bind the left arm into your right pocket, right back pocket, and inhale, reach the right arm up. Now spin yourself open warrior two. My turnaround's like filthy. Here's your warrior two. Take the hand to the chair, left hand to the chair, right arm reaches up. Keep the bend in here, feeling the inner thigh stretch. Now your right heel, if you look at it, should be the furthest thing back. And you feel the angle from the pinky toe all the way up. Now we extend back out, warrior two. Straighten your left knee for triangle. Draw back your right shoulder. Lower your right hand back to the chair. Lift up your back right heel. Steady yourself and step back to your downward facing dog. Now rise up, come into your high plank. And we're going to tiptoe our way to the chair. Let's see if you can stack bones on top of bones and your head on top of your shoulders. Everything's in a straight alignment, as close as we can get, balancing on our toes. Now exhale, lower the heels and bring your toes up. So see if you can bring your tops of your feet a little closer to your shins. So feeling the stretch right there in the front of your shins. Balancing. And then switch again. Lift your heels, maybe bend your knees, find a little bit of movement there, or you're balancing on your toe bend. And then lower the heels and lift the toes. Release that, stand nice and tall. Bring your body back into alignment. And then we're going to find our way into tree pose. You're always welcome to use the chair. Start with, it doesn't matter, right or left. Pick a leg, place your foot somewhere on it. Even big toes can be on the ground. You can hold it to the side of the chair. We're just going to hold our tree for a couple breaths. So find something to stare at that's not moving. Steady your breath with your inhales and exhales. Match the length. So you can get the length of the inhale to match the length of the exhale. Nice long hold. When you're ready to come out of it, just shake it all off. And line yourself back into Tadasana. weight into the opposite foot and come into tree. On the other side. And practice finding something to stare at that's not moving, so don't look at anybody in the camera. Watch the TV or the screen, whatever you're using. It's important to notice the self-talk when we come into poses like this. Sometimes we get angry at ourselves for not being able to do things, but that's just the way it is. And maybe tomorrow it'll be different. And shake it out. Let's do one more pose. So hold on to the top of your chair with your fingers, and kind of the tops of your fingers, and we're going to push the heels down. And lean forward. You'll feel a really good stretch in your wrists and hands. All right, release that and roll out your wrist and come back around and have a seat. So we'll lift up the right knee, bring it back into your chest. Give that one a squeeze. And then hold on to your ankle and rock the baby. Option here with your left hand to hold the top of the right foot and try to extend it out or just bend it. Pop it. And then we'll bring that right ankle right on top of the left knee. Touch the bottom of your right foot. Hopefully it's not dirty, so that you can flex the foot. Tell the right knee to point towards the floor. And then as usual, we're just going to take our shoulder, keep the spine straight, not rounded, and lean forward into pigeon pose. And this is your opportunity to close your eyes, to really focus in on this moment and the breaths that you're taking, the quality of that breath. Gently begin to lift your chest back up. We'll extend back out that right leg, give it a couple of kicks. And then lower the right foot. Lift up your left knee, hug it in towards your left shoulder. And then you hold the foot with your right hand and rock a little side to side here. An option to take the palm of your right hand and put it on top of your left foot and to try to kick it out. You'll feel your IT band running around the side of your leg, bending and straightening it, or holding it static. And we'll bend the knee and place the left ankle on top of the right knee. Flex your left foot. Lift up your head and then lean forward, shoulders over shin. Close your eyes again. So I was keeping on with our theme of joy this month. I found this quote. It says, "We cannot cure the world with sorrows. We cannot cure the world of its sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy." So even though there are sorrows out there, we can make choices to live with more joy. I think that's really important because there's no way we're just going to magically snap our fingers and the whole world's going to be perfect. We have to make a conscious choice to choose joy. Lean back your shoulders over your hips. Extend out the left leg. Give it a couple kicks. And then lower the left foot. And we're just going to walk the feet out. So straighten both knees. Sit tall. Reach your arms up. Now make sure you don't slide out of your chair. We're just going to come into a forward fold. Reach for your ankles. Reach for your shins. Allow the head to maneuver in a direction that feels good. So either chin towards chest, nose pointing down, or looking slightly forward. Now slide the hands up the knees. Bring your knees up and see if you can hug your knees into your chest. If that's too much, bring your knees down and hug down here. If you can tap your heels and bring both knees in, sitting on the back of your sit bones, do that. Lift your head up. Other options to hold your ankles, kick your legs out. Come into rock, happy baby or frog kind of pose. Ooh, I can't do that in the chair. I'll fall out. Don't y'all do it then. But you can hug your knees in. All right, release your legs down, stretch your arms above you. Take a big stretch, as big as you can get. Let go of your practice, soften your shoulders and your face, and then allow yourself to settle into whatever shape you like to be in for meditation. Get comfortable. Get relaxed. Take this opportunity to not have to do anything. This is your moment of the day where you are finding complete inner peace. So breathe in. Exhale it out nice and slow. your holiday to-do list. Instead of buy presents, be present. Instead of wrapping gifts, wrap somebody in a hug. Instead of sending gifts, send peace. Instead of shopping for food, donate food. Instead of going to see lights, be the light. Bring yourself back into the room that you're in and recognize your physical body. This canister that carries our mind and our consciousness and our spirit. And sit a little taller and stretch out in any direction that feels good to you. Maybe bring your arms up above your head. And we'll end by bringing our palms together in Anjali Mudra. The light in me recognizes that you also have light within you. May you spend this season, this time of the year, acknowledging the light that's within you and the light that's within everyone else. Be kind, be thoughtful, be compassionate. Namaste. Spread joy.